Today's video is a collaboration video of ghost stories. It occurred to me that I like ghost stories, so I rounded up the troops, and this is a video of ghost stories. So what you're gonna see on my channel is a ghost story that I'm telling in my own unique way. But what you'll see on everybody else's channel is the same thing. Their ghost story, their particular chosen ghost story, told to you in their own unique way. Some people may dress up, some people may go on location, some people may just read a story in their normal location. So that's what this is. Be sure to check out all the channels that are listed down in the description below for all of their ghost story videos. And that's really the gist of this. It's not a competition, it's just to be like, hey, we're telling you ghost stories. So without further ado, here is mine.
The Mako light. For over a century, mysterious lights were seen bobbing up and down along the railroad tracks near Mako Station, a few miles west of Williamton. When anyone approached the lights, they would disappear. The lights were observed many times over many years and even photographed on occasion. It's even said that President Cleveland saw the lights while on a whistle-stop tour in 1889. The source of these lights has never been determined, but according to legend, the light is the ghost of a railroad worker who died on the tracks one night in 1867. On that tragic night in 1867, a train was rolling down the tracks, and the signalman, Joe Baldwin, was sleeping in the caboose. Joe's slumber was broken by a violent jerk. A veteran railroad worker, Joe, recognized the motion and immediately knew that the caboose had become detached from the rest of the train. Joe's heart started racing. He knew that his one car was now stuck on the tracks, and that the main part of the train was rapidly moving away from him, and he had no way of contacting it. Joe also knew that this wasn't the only train scheduled for those tracks that night. A passenger train was due along soon, and if the oncoming train struck the stalled caboose, there would be a horrible accident. Joe had a choice to make. He knew that he had to signal the oncoming train to stop. He knew that the only way to do this and to be sure the engineer in the approaching train would see the signals was to stand on the platform at the back of the caboose. Joe knew if the oncoming train hit the stalled caboose at full speed, everyone on board the passenger train could die. He also knew that it takes a long time to stop the speeding train. Even if the engineer saw the light and stopped, there wouldn't be time enough to slow down and prevent a complete disaster. Chances were good that the caboose was still about to be hit, and if he was on that caboose when that happened, Baldwin knew he didn't stand much of a chance of walking away from that crash. He could either save his own life or try desperately to save the lives of those passengers. Baldwin made the heroic choice. Grabbing his lantern, Joe stood on the back of the caboose as an oncoming passenger train rumbled closer. Joe frantically waved his warning light, trying to catch the attention of the engineer. Joe's plan worked. The engineer of the oncoming train saw the light and pulled hard on his brakes. But the momentum of tons of speeding still kept the train moving, and the locomotive slammed into Joe's caboose. Joe's bravery saved many lives, but not his own. Joe was decapitated in the crash. Joe's head was thrown by the force of the accident into the misty woods that surrounded the tracks. It was never found. His headless body was buried with hero's honors a week later. For years after the accident, lights were seen moving up and down the tracks around Mako. Sometimes only one light, sometimes two. People say it is the ghost of Joe Baldwin still searching for his missing head.
Alright guys, I hope you liked my ghost story. My sister helped me out with the ghost story. If you will, she was behind the camera, maybe in front of the camera, maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed the ghost story. If you did, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Put some comments down below. I would really appreciate your input. This ghost story happens to be based on a true story from the 1800s, and there's going to be a link down below to give credit to the person that wrote it. I only tweaked it a little bit to fit the area I was in. So go check that out. It is based on a true story, which is pretty creepy, right? All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a good one. Bye now.
Oh my God, are you okay?
I'm fine.
I will totally probably leave my gasping in there.